Hello, I'm Mike Z. I make games and stuff. And this is Squirrel. You can't really see her, but that's okay. So since I have a Patreon now, yeah, I thought instead of a blog post, I would make this a short, poorly edited video instead. So, I recently added a bunch of netcode improvements to Skullgirls, which have been very, very well received. So, with that, I also added a bunch of diagnostic information to the game, and I can finally present conclusive proof of something that people ask me all the time, which is, can I play on Wi-Fi? How bad is Wi-Fi actually? My internet speed is great. Like, what's going on with people telling me that I shouldn't use Wi-Fi? So here we go. Why Wi-Fi sucks for gaming. Okay. So to start, I will show you, here's my internet speed, right? It's all right for LA. And I use this website specifically because they attempt to measure jitter, which is the difference in the delivery times of your various packets that you send. But they do it over a very short period of time. So my jitter is 1 millisecond, which isn't too bad. I'm on wire, right? And this is the Wi-Fi person's ping, or sorry, the Wi-Fi person's net info. So their speed is amazing, right? 486 megs down, 239 megs up, zero jitter, right? That's pretty good, even for a wire. So what's going on? Well, here's the actual deal. These are my ping times to Google's name server. 23 milliseconds, 22 milliseconds. You can see these are the times here. 23, 22, 25, 24, pretty consistent, right? Decent round trip times. This is the Wi-Fi ping times. Initially, much better than mine, indicating that they have better internet than I do. Not surprising. 14, 15, 15, 16, 134. 14, 21, 32, not quite as bad, 96. Right? So this is over the course of 20 seconds instead of 1 or 2 seconds. And this is demonstrating the real problem that Wi-Fi always has, which is interference. You can minimize interference by doing things like placing your computer or router or whatever next to your modem so that the signal doesn't have to travel very far, but there will always be interference if the signal is broadcast through the air. It doesn't matter if you have a physical wire connected to a router that's then on the Wi-Fi. As long as there's Wi-Fi involved, there will always be the potential for interference, and that will always lead to things like this. Now, what does this actually mean? Well, what this means is that occasionally, whenever you're playing over Wi-Fi, very occasionally, a packet or some information that you're sending to the opponent will be very, very delayed compared to the other information. So now, here are some diagnostics from Skullgirls played over this exact connection. You can see GGPO is rolling back 4 frames, 5 frames, 3 frames, which is consistent with the ping that they had to their opponent, about 100. We get down, and then all of a sudden, GGPO rolled back 24 frames. What this means is that there was a packet that was either delayed or lost and had to be resent, and the Wi-Fi caused that packet to arrive 24 frames after it should have gotten there. So that means GGPO was happily going along its merry way, and then now you had a massive rollback and you have no idea what's going on at all. And it's worth noting that this part right here indicates that GGPO thinks that the game is actually in sync with the input stream. It's just that the input stream itself has massive skips in it. So what does that mean when you're actually playing on it? Well, it means your game looks like this, right? Because every time one of those really delayed packets arrives, you get a rollback all the way back to there, and then a resimulation all the way back to the present. It's worth noting that when it's not happening, the game is fine. And now if we look at the same round from the other person's side, we have no GGPO info at all. For the vast majority of this, the game is sleeping because the game runs a lot faster than 60, so it has to wait. And then all of a sudden, an old packet arrives from over that Wi-Fi from the other person, and now they get one rollback of 21 frames, and then everything goes back to normal. So what does that look like for the other person? It looks like this. Gameplay proceeds as normal for the most part. The Wi-Fi person isn't seeing anything that looks even close to like this, by the way. They're seeing that choppiness. But then, one massive hitch, right? So, Wi-Fi... Okay, I'm gonna... This is important. Wi-Fi will always do this. You cannot have a Wi-Fi connection that won't behave this way sometimes, because that's how Wi-Fi works. That's why wires are better. That's why Wi-Fi is worse. And that's why Wi-Fi sucks for gaming. Thanks for watching.